What's up, my YouTubers? All right, you gotta excuse my face. Like I said, my lady's in the room, not hibernating, but correlating, quartering, whatever. I can't think of the name. Sheltering, or uh, in the room because she got COVID right now. But luckily, on the plus side, she's getting better. But so before I get started, I want to give a special thank you. So yesterday, we got so many blessings yesterday. And so last night, one of my friends sent some groceries over, and my kids are getting ready to grub, and I get a phone call from my lady because she's stuck in a room, with COVID right now, but she's getting better, so that's a plus. And right when I got a phone call, and she just started telling me that a certain person that DoorDashed us and fly, excuse me, some Panda Express, the doorbell rang. Almost salmon tip. It was all like perfect timing. My kids gonna get ready to grub, and then my lady called me, doorbell rang, and then you heard my kids yelling, "Mom, did you get DoorDash?" And it just happened perfect timing. So I wanted to say thank you. Now this the one that DoorDash is the food, going back to the lady that came up to me on graffiti night, and she's the main reason why I want to start doing the interviews, because now that I know, there's adults that actually out there listening to my story. Uh, so I have some interviews in line. I'm trying to get lined up. Part two with the homie bees going to be coming up next week. But anyways, I guess her daughter door dashes dinner last night. So last week, I want to say Thursday, Friday, we were blessed. Her and her husband sent us Kentucky Fried Chicken, and this last night, a matter of fact, we grubbed. That food was bomb. Some Panda Express. So I want to say thank you for, if you're watching this. I want to say thank you, and I appreciate. We appreciate it. We grubbed last night, and then so anyways, I want to talk about, well, hopefully, what I get the because of that compliment I got on graffiti night, I was getting a lot of compliment. I was DJing that night, and I've been wanting to get together interviews. So anybody's watching this, and anybody's been impacted, or you've been impacted in any way by DUI, rather you were driving, or uh, a victim, or a family of a victim. If you want to get on and tell your story, please do hit me up, and I would love to have you on, have you tell your story. Because different people's stories will impact people differently. Like my story probably won't have no impact on somebody, but somebody else's story will. And and I got on here because I remember a while back ago, um, going to see. I don't remember who it was that was telling me, but I want to have somebody research or see if they can find it, and I want to come on here. I want to post it, or not post it, but talk about it. Uh, get the full story and the full article. But somebody was reading me an article and a speech that Biden did about not being a felony for they shouldn't be charged DUIs, drivers, or being under influence. I don't remember exactly the article, so I want to find it. And but they, if you're under the influence, you can't be charged a felony. And even if it's well, anyways, I don't want to get too much into it. I want to find the article first, get all the details, get the right information. And so I hit up a couple people. I'm trying to get a hold of this lady. I don't want to give the story, because if I do get a hold of her, um, her story, is powerful. She was split up in three different ways. I spoke about it here during the time it happened a while back ago, and get a hold of, her family. I know it's hard, to speak about it, especially when you lose somebody. And, she lost somebody very close to her, and almost a couple other people because of a drunk driver. It was during the time the whole COVID started, and the individual that hit him, thought they were cool and trying to hide, with beat up car, uh, trying to run into the Walmart parking lot and hide in Walmart with the mask on. And so I think I have her sister's number. I'm trying to contact her today and see if she's willing to get on and tell her story. But I know it's a touchy subject. I know a lot of people don't want to get on that has been on the wrong side of the wheel, of the DUI driver. As far as I know, here in the valley, I've been the only one. As far as I know, period, I'm the only one through through MAD, through programs that I go through. Uh, I'm the only. I don't consider myself a victim, but that's what they look at me as. But I'm the only victim that suffered severely through a DUI accident, which I don't really don't call it an accident. I call it an incident. But that goes out and speaks about the pretty much the dangers of driving and tell my story. As far as I know, through a lot of people that goes through programs and stuff, that the only ones that goes out and tells their stories are actually the DUI drivers. That have this guilt and but really no victims. And so that's a positive impact that I'm trying to make. I'm trying to get people from both sides. Hopefully I get people that been the driver as well as people that's been on the other side of that. And as I was on the other side of that during my incident, so I'm trying to do both. I'm trying to do both, and uh, I called a family member. As a matter of fact, this is one story that I spoke about at the time. I got permission to give the full name and everything. Get the story out there, and I did. I never gave the name, but I'm trying to get his family members to get on, or somebody in family that was very close to him, and tell a story. Matter of fact, I was supposed to DJ this event this night, and I chose to DJ the event that was going to pay me the most money, and that's one that I regret. I don't regret much, but this is a night that I regret because pretty much I don't want to say I let greed because it wasn't about greed. It was about feeding my family. Helping out with bills and stuff. But I feel like if I would have DJ'd the other event, maybe there would have been a chance that this individual, because I used to always talk to him, on functions, gatherings and stuff, and he was a cool dude, and so this particular night, I didn't DJ it, and since my incident, I haven't talked to him, haven't seen him, but I was supposed to DJ that night, and I would have talked to him that day, but unfortunately, he guys got in a big argument with everybody, and they were trying to tell him not to leave drunk. That's what the argument about because he wanted to go home, and it was here in Modesto, and he stayed in Sacramento area, and they were telling him not to go. They took his keys from him, but I guess he found them and wind up disappearing. But I believe if I was there and I would have talked to him, that maybe would have given him uh, a second thought. Maybe everybody. A lot of people, from my understanding, blame themselves because maybe we shouldn't have the party because COVID first happened and but he wound up getting behind the wheel and uh, ended up crashing on the way home and he didn't make it. He didn't make it and so I'm trying to see if I can get one of his family members to get on. But like I said, I know it was a touchy subject. When I brought it up to his uncle, he right away, started I just heard the pain in his voice, and he said he's gonna try to contact he's gonna contact his brothers, sisters, see maybe one of them wants to do it. He said he couldn't do it. It's too painful, and that's completely understandable. And that's completely understandable. And like for me, even for my kids to talk about it, they really don't talk about it, even though I'm here. And I wasn't the driver. I was just on my way to work. But even in my situation, that's something my kids, it's a touchy subject, my kids too, to talk about. So that's something, I understand. And, but I do, got another interview. I got two interviews, maybe three, coming up. And I'm trying to contact other people that wants to get on and tell their stories. And so if anybody wants to tell their story, please have them contact me, as Dan Fly is trying to get on my YouTube channel. Please have them contact me, and we'll set up a meeting, and get them on, have them tell their stories, and hopefully, it has a powerful impact on somebody that's listening. Because not everybody's stories going to impact somebody, but maybe somebody's story will impact another person differently. And maybe the way they word it, or just different people's stories. And like I said, since 4 years ago, or actually since I came out of my coma, since I got out of the hospital, I contacted the different people and stuff. I've been doing, speaking at different events, and so I've talked to lawyers, judges, CHP officers, fire departments, and ambulances, and classes, and various different people, and they've all told me that they never had, well, pretty much their words, they never had a victim speak about their story, and that's something hopefully I can get more of, because it's powerful. Like I said, I don't think my story is the most powerful, because when I hear some stories out there, it's like, damn, it's just heart wrenching. And so, whoever wants to get on here with me and tell their story, I would love it. Please do contact me, and I'll let you pretty much take over, and it'll be your story. You tell it the way you want to tell it, and I'll let you speak. And hopefully, I get some more people on that wants to tell their story. And like I said, I want to see if I can get a hold of this lady, maybe her or her husband, or somebody wants to get on. They lost somebody very close to them because of a drunk driver. Even this particular night that I was talking about, I was supposed to DJ. They lost somebody that was close to them because of drinking and driving, and a couple other people I know that had a death in the family because of a drunk driver. And also, I want to see my dad. He's not one that knows how to do a lot of things on. He doesn't even have a laptop. So maybe I'll get him on here live, and we talk about. So this, another perfect example. I hit up my cousin to see if he'll talk about, his brother's death, and he's like, that's something hard. That's hard for me. I want to leave that. Because he was traumatized a lot, in his past, and he said, I like to leave my past, in the past. I don't like talking about that. So, which is understandable. So, I was just a little kid back then, and my dad, he remembers more than I do, but I do know because I was told about it. Matter of fact, from his brother, me and his brother talked about it. The one I was trying to get on here, and so honestly, with my dad, he already said he's willing to, but he doesn't know exactly what to say about it. But once we start talking about it, and he starts talking about it, maybe bring up he'll ease up a little bit and he'll remember a little bit more. And like I said, I was a kid when it happened. All I know is from what his brother told me. As other brothers, one of them, he still drinks and drive. His past. Uh, I really don't talk to him that much, and just so many different, different stories that's out there that I want to hopefully get on here. And there's a lot of them that I can just speak of my own and give my own personal opinions. But I want to get, if I can't get them on, then I will. That's something I will do. I'll get on here and I'll tell you the actual story. And but I would like to get more personal insight on the story through somebody that that's lived it. Not just tell you the story. And for example, there's one lady. Because she was drinking and driving, she killed her daughter. And there's another story that I would like to see if I can contact him. It was a good friend of his. I guess it happened, not too far from here. The person, hopefully I get him on and he can, explain it more. But the person, this before my incident, the person got on the freeway, headed home, but the person got on the wrong side of the freeway and killed not only themselves but killed the whole family. And so there's a lot of different stories. Hopefully, I start getting on here, and so also I just want to speak on something too real fast. There was I was listening to this story. Uh, and it got to me because I felt this person's pain. He had lost a son, and for those that knows me, they know we lost two sons, and for those that don't, on top of everything else, as part of of a lot of things we've gone through, we have lost two sons, and just listening to him talk, I felt his pain. I know I don't want to say I know completely what he's going through, but I know it's hard. So I can say I felt his pain. Everybody goes through things differently and they do cope differently. But pain wise, I know. For example, I know with both of my sons, as a matter of fact, I will say the first name. So during this time, or both times, I was one that I never let it out. I had to be strong for, my wife, my kids. So I always held it in, I never broke down because I know if I do, I wind up losing it. So there's, times where I'll call up, well, pretty much like my brother, he is my brother. Maybe not blood, but he's my brother. I would call him up, times that I felt like I was gonna break down and I knew I couldn't. I knew I couldn't. I knew I had to stay strong. I know because if I did, I would lose it. And I had to stay strong for my kids and for my wife. And there'd be times that I would just call him. I would call Alonzo. So I'll just say his first name. There'd be times, I would call him up and, he's one person that, man, I can't even tell you. Him and Mario even got together and helped out, with a fundraiser, and that's actually that money actually got us into where we're at now. Well, anyways, there'd be times where I'll call him and I couldn't talk. I knew if I say a word, I would just break down. I would lose it. So I would just call him because I need him there. And as soon as he heard the silence, he just, all right, brother, I'm on my way. And he was at my pad in a matter of seconds. And he lived all the way across town at the time. And he would show up and literally, I would just go out there, sit in his car, and for hours just sit there and not say one word. I just trying to, compose myself, just enough where I can say, thank you, love you, and go back in the house and be able to cope. And but every time I called him, he heard the silence, he knew, and boom, he was there. He was there at the house, and we were sitting in his car for hours, not saying one word. And sometimes I saw people need that's grieving, is just somebody just to sit there with them, not even saying any words. And but during time of griefs, no matter what you tell a person, it's not going to make them feel better. So sometimes the best thing to tell a person is, you know what, I don't know the right word. Not Yeah, sympathize. I think I sympathize, or if they've been through it themselves, they can say, you know what, I know what you're going through. A lot of times people, like in our case, will come up and say, you know what, I know what you're going through, but they never lost a kid themselves. They never lost anybody, so close to them. And that's something that, will get under somebody's skin if you tell them, I know what you're going through, I feel your pain, when they actually don't. They never been there. So if you never have, you tell a person, you know what, I sympathize with you. I don't know what you're going through, but and I know there's nothing I can say right now at the moment that will help you. But if you ever need anything, just give me a call. And sometimes that's the best thing to do. Give people their space, and be very careful, because I know a lot of times, oh, you know what, you're so strong, and when a person's not feeling strong, that can get under their skin too. They may not say nothing at the time, but that's something too. That's a touchy subject. Tell somebody, you know what, you're strong. I feel your pain, but yet they're dying inside and they're hurting to hear that they're strong. You know, when inside they're feeling weak, and then you tell somebody, you know what, I feel your pain. I know what you're going through, but yet they never lived it. That's another touchy subject. So, just be careful with the words, and just say, you know what, I sympathize with you. You ever need anything, just give me a call. Even if it's just an ear or a shoulder to cry on, I'll be there. And sometimes, that's the best thing sometimes. And I know, like me, I'm not good with my words at all. I know people say, you know what, it gets easier in time, but it actually don't. It doesn't get easier in time. Uh, it just, I don't know how to put it. Uh, I guess it doesn't get easier, but it gives you more time to hide your pain, I guess, to cope better. Um, but the pain don't go away. Um, Especially during holidays and stuff, it just but just something, another thing that I want just to talk about real fast. But going back to the original subject where I got on, as soon as I get this find out this article and stuff that Biden wants to do or was talking about doing, I remember it was ridiculous, and it was something that's like, wow, that's going to cause so much more, you know, problems out there in the streets. Uh, if this goes through, what he was talking about drivers, driving under the influence. I think it was just in general, rather they were driving DUI drivers or being drunk, period. Shouldn't be charged with any kind of felonies, regardless of the outcomes, even if there's death. And that's going to make the streets so unsafe for us to drive on, let alone our kids, out there driving, our parents, our family members. And it's wild. It's uncalled for. But I don't want to speak too much of that until I get all the information. Then I'll be back on. I'll be talking about it, and as well as I know there was more that I want to get on, but at the time my mind went blank. Took me a minute to get on. And there was a lot more that I wanted to speak about right now, but I lost all my train of thoughts. Uh, but yeah, hope everybody has a good week. I'll be back on. Well, I'll be back on. As far as I know, I don't think they have any event. I think I might have one Sunday. So Sunday oldies might be postponed. I'm not too sure. Depends how my wife's feeling. for this event on Sunday if I do it. Um, so Sunday's iffy. Like I say, all depends if she's over the COVID by then or not. And then there's another thing I got to do on the 15th, but like I said, that depends on how my wife is doing too with COVID. And so other than that, as of right now, Friday I'll be on for sure. I'm not sure what type of music I want to play. I'll be playing some music Friday, and sometimes at the end of this week or next week, I'm gonna have a part two with the homie B. Go check out part one. It's discussion with the homie B, discussion of DUI with the homie B, something like that. As well as go check out my video DUI accident, the day that changed my life forever, part 1 of 2. As well as go check out my so the homie hangout interviewed me on his channel on the homie hangout, as well as homie heart check. I think he uploaded on homie heart check. And I want to steal something that he actually said, but I want to say it backwards. That way it's not stealing his exact words. But and it's something that I dug. You know, something I always say, you know, make sure you tell your loved ones you love them. You know, I've always said that as I almost didn't come home. You're not guaranteed to make it home. Make sure before you leave the house, you tell your loved ones you love them. And I want to end it with this, but I want to say it backwards. TM, no, I can't TM. It's not my words. So be a blessing and stay blessed. So I just said it backwards. So when he said it, he said, stay blessed and be a blessing. So I can't steal his words. So I got to say it backwards. Be a blessing and stay blessed. TM. No, I can't TM it. Well, anyways, be a blessing, stay blessed, and God bless. I'm out.